Hey friendos, my name is Nez and welcome back for some more Monster Camp. Today we're going after yet another drink secret ending. We've been kinda lucky playing Once Drink game for the past few episodes. Hopefully we can keep the streak going and not reroll even once. But with that said, time for another round of Monster Camp. Let's play! 1 player, short game. Ah, Camp Spooky, the stage of some of our dearest summers. Back then we were young and unafraid. With school far away, everything seemed possible as the sun embraced us on our way to camp. Summer has that distinct power, doesn't it? You live for the days while the nights inebriate you with the possibilities. It's like life could take a turn at every corner. And for us it did. Who are you? Let's play as Yellow. There we go.
Alright.
Packing random things. But one might say that the Monster Prom had hardened us in the highs and lows of love. But no, in love we're always absolute beginners. And summer camp was no different. No one talked about it, but the idea of summer love loomed over our heads. Close to the last day of camp, there was a meteor shower happening just 3 weeks away. Everyone knew that if you were into someone, you were going to watch that damn thing together. And so a silent yet powerful pressure invaded us. It was the Monster Prom all over again. Everything seemed uncertain, everything but one thing. Whoever we were asking on a meteor shower date, it was probably going to be one of the 6 coolest people on the bus. Joy Johnson Jojima, a badass witch who wanted to chill a bit after saving the world countless of times. Aravi Mishra, a hot-headed adventurer possessed by a curse who turned out to be the most annoying roommate ever. Calculester Hewlett-Packard, a library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. Dahlia Kino, a buff blue demon and warmonger who had set her sights on conquering summer next. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. And Milo Belladonna, a Death Reaper doubling as an internet influencer and who was also profoundly in love with life and all of its earthly pleasures. The bus trip was long and all of summer could be shaped by the first step well taken. And so it was clear, it all came down to breaking the ice and causing a good impression with the right person. Who do we break the ice with? Break the ice by doing something unexpected on the bus. Just press skip until everything starts, ride the bus to victory, make sure the bus is happy, play dead, start a fire, perform a magic trick. Let's go with start a fire. We'll be going after Damien in case we don't get any other interesting drinks.
You want to start a fire, huh? That's my specialty! I've been sussing out this bus for flammability and sustained fireball potential ever since we left. I think with the right amount of TNT and explosive anger, we could...
And just then, a voice comes over the bus intercom.
Damien LeVay, for the last time, if you light the bus on fire, we will abandon you at the next stop.
Ah, fuck! Figures that the bus driver would be fucking lame. Fine, Nez, our fire's gonna have to wait, but I'll be looking out for you at camp for when that time comes.
Okay then. And so, we only had 3 weeks left to woo our crushes and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid and we were ready to start. Back to Camp Spook, here we go. Gonna hang out with our favorite spicy red baby. Okay, week 1 morning. Where do we go, friendos? Let's go to the Camp Dome. That day at the Camp Dome, you play Never Have I Ever Extreme. Every time someone mentions something you've done, you have to cut a finger off. But besides the finger part, this is actually a great time to brag about all the cool illegal things you've done. You're the first out, and while they're sewing their digits back on, you get to regale your friends with stories of how you, robbed a bank while wearing your grandfather's skull as a hat. You're so cool. Also, they sew you 2 charm to your left hand by mistake.
Hey, noob.
Hey Nez, get over here! We need a 4th for our game of extreme double dutch!
Oh, I didn't realize we were playing with 2 jumpers. I'm up for the challenge. We're not. Nez is gonna be the ropes. Aren't you, Nez? Your dumb horny ass is about to agree when you are thankfully interrupted by
I'm a self-made.
Mr. Pappas, CEO of Awful Corp. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I've just purchased a controlling interest in this summer camp murder dome, and I'm here to make it turn a profit. My initial plan was to bulldoze the thing and replace it with a nice generic shopping mall, but apparently this land is only zoned for lethal and semi-lethal activities. So I'm here to do the next best thing. Turn these outdated dome games into a gleaming engine of commerce.
Fuck off.
Hey, keep your money-grubbing hands out of our murder games. If you want cash, just rob banks like the rest of us.
Take that.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a cent out of me. I'm saving my gold for a skull-seeking crossbow. Well, she thinks she's saving all her gold. I've spent most of it on bagels at this point. Don't tell her though.
Seriously?
It's not often I agree with these two, but they're right. Freely accessible murder games are a part of Camp's spooky culture. You're not gonna get away with charging for them.
Charging for them? Who said anything about charging for them? I'm making all of the Dome games, including Extreme Double Dutch free to play.
Oh, I get it. The games are free, so people will start playing them. But then you use your finely tuned addictive mechanics to trick players into paying through the nose for items and power-ups. There's a ton of guys in hell who used to do that.
Yeah, like Bobby Kotick. Well, your nefarious scheme won't work on me. I'm a seasoned gamer and immune to psychological manipulation, and to prove it, we're gonna play your games totally for free until you go out of business. Ah, yes. The only true way to win at a free-to-play game is to never ever pay at all.
Not happening.
No, don't do that. That's like mainlining heroin to prove it doesn't work on you. Much better to bring a strongly worded petition to the camp administrators, right, Damien?
No time to talk. Only 100 more rope jumps left before I unlock the platinum jump rope. Oh, fuck, my rope broke again. Guess I've gotta buy a new one from the rope store.
Ah, fuck, Damien's about to stop being free to play.
I like the way you.
Or you could buy these limited edition rocket boots. They cost 10 times as much, but they'll really help you rack up those rope jumps. That's FOMO, baby.
Take that.
I'll take 10, but only to prove how dumb your business model is, sucker! Oh, I'm feeling a little tired after all this yelling. Better purchase an energy refill while I'm at it. Oh no, your friends are already so deep in that they practically qualify as submariners. Quick, find a way to prove to them how predatory this free-to-play system really is. Well, have you noticed that those energy refills are just bags of your own stolen blood that the game is selling back to you? Or, look at that guy over there, he's only been playing 30 minutes longer than you and he's already got the Dome logo tattooed on his forehead. Let's go with... the blood, yes, the blood! They took content out of the game and they're selling it back to us, how shady. Wait, what? You seriously didn't notice those enormous needles those interns jabbed into your veins as soon as Papas got here?
I was too engrossed by the immersive gameplay.
Hex, why didn't you warn me my blood was being stolen? Wait, you don't like having your blood stolen? Mortals are so weird. It doesn't matter who warned who. What's important is that now you all know about it so we could all
get rich harvesting and selling our own blood so we can buy more gems.
Fuck yeah.
Heck yeah, blood regenerates, right? It's basically an infinite source of income. We've totally broken Extreme Double Dutch's in-game economy.
Not suited for
I'd
TV.
yell at both of you for how stupid this is, but frankly, I have better uses for the oxygen it might take.
Then it's settled. We're geniuses who are about to be gem millionaires.
And so you watch in fascinated horror as Damon and Robbie enthusiastically vampirize themselves for cash, which they immediately pour back into the game. I don't feel so good. Are we sure blood is infinite?
No, doesn't seem to be. Don't worry though, with the gems we're raking in, we could easily pay other players for their blood.
No, stop it! I'm the only one who's supposed to be buying and selling your blood! Stop seizing the means of production, you pesky proletariats! But it's too late. David and Arabi's blood-based pyramid scheme totally floods the game's market and gems become worthless. Curses! Foiled again by meddling brats selling their own blood. Come on, Patrick, take me back to my flying limousine where I shall plot my next money-making scheme.
Let's go.
You haven't heard the last of Mr. Pappas.
The world is saved once again.
People say that to me all the time. They're only right about half the time. A plane flies overhead towing a banner that says, "No, seriously, I'll be back." Looks like he does this a lot. In the meantime, you gain 2 fun and 1 smarts. Hooray, friendos! We kept Monster Prom pay-to-play game? Is that still good? Well, it's good for me because there's a lot of content and I'm getting paid to play it. Anyway, week 1 evening. Where do we go? Let's go to Scout HQ. That day in Monster Scouts, they teach you how to use the stars and trees bark to find your way when you get lost. On the internet. As a test, coach leaves you in the middle of the internet. You easily get lost. Before you know it, you're watching the Spanish synchronized swim team perform a routine based on Stairway to Heaven. You don't earn the orientation while in the internet badge, but you definitely gain 2 creativity from watching such a beautiful display of skill. You meet up with Coach for supplementary lessons on how to recognize different types of trees from quite a long way away, when Damon stumbles into the building.
Damien, what brings you here? Last time I tried to teach you something, you said you'd rather eat your own teeth smothered in barbed wire sauce than listen to me.
Hey, noobs.
Yeah, I say a lot of things. Look, I might need your help. See, I was hunting a rabbit. Ah, rabbits, the dolphins of the forest. How are rabbits? Never mind. The point is, a rabbit got the drop on me and now I have multiple wounds.
Oh, it seems that Damien fought the rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Really? You look perfectly fine to me. Well, all the wounds are on my back. Ah, that explains why they're not visible from the front. I'll have a look. Oh my. It looks like there's an axe lodged into your back. You said a rabbit did this? Yeah, goddamn scheming axe-throwing rabbit. Ah, axe-throwing rabbits. The axe-throwing dolphins of the forest. But what about this spear protruding from your shoulder blade? Well, remember how you said never to use a spear when hunting rabbits? I use a spear to hunt that rabbit. That explains a lot. And this dagger between your ribs. Oh, ignore that. That dagger's an aesthetic choice. Anyway, I wasn't paying attention when you explained first aid last week, because I was actually buying barbed wire sauce online. But now I think it might be cool if you taught me what to do about these enormous bleeding wounds on my back.
Always believe in
Teach you what to do? Are you kidding? This is a valuable learning opportunity. Damien, what do you think we should do about these wounds? Okay, look, I appreciate how you're just letting me bleed out here. It's pretty fucking cold and I respect that. But also, I've lost a lot of blood and I'm having a hard time thinking. So please, can somebody tell me what to do about all these wounds?
You don't need some dumb old first aid class to know how to handle a wound. You tell Damon exactly what to do. Do a wound transplant. Transfer the wounds from yourself onto someone that really needs them. Or those wounds are just looking for attention. Ignore them and they'll go away. I say we do a transplant.
That's crazy enough to
Normally I'd call bullshit such an obviously bonkers idea. But I've lost so much blood it actually sounds reasonable. Let's do it.
That's all the encouragement you need. You trawl Craigslist for willing participants and eventually find a man who's looking for hot, fresh wounds in your area. You give the man your location and he's there disturbingly quickly, almost as if he was lurking around camp waiting for someone to get wounded.
Hey, thanks for agreeing to this transplant. But what's your deal? Why do you want all these wounds?
I don't want them, says the man. I need them. It's actually a tragic story. See, a few years ago, I was in a terrible car accident. I was badly wounded all over, and at first the wounds worked like they were supposed to. After a few months though, my wounds stopped bleeding. They stopped hurting. They even started to shrink. Obviously, I was worried. But you know how the fucking medical system is. No doctor would see me. One even claimed responsibility for the bad state of my wounds. So finally, after repeatedly being refused a spot on the wound transplant list, I had to take matters into my own hands. Thank you so much for your generosity.
You're welcome.
The door opens and in walk in the team of shady surgeons you also hired off Craigslist. They immediately set about suturing all of Damon's wounds and stabbing the shit out of the other guy. The other guy is so happy, he bleeds to death. The doctors quickly pack up all of his organs and flee before the cops arrive. You feel a little bad, but hey, at least those organs will go to people who need them. Just like Damon's wounds did, you gain 2 smarts and 1 boldness. I am so glad those wounds finally went to a person that would appreciate them. Anyway though, we have week 1, nice. Who do we sit with? Let's go with Mossman. Ah, hello Nez, yeah, sit, whatever. I apologize, I'm in a bit of a mood today. Nothing seems to cheer me up. Aw, that's too bad. Would a little gossip be enough to lift Moss's spirits? Well, perhaps. But only if it was really, really good gossip. Damn, really good gossip is a bit of a tall order, but hopefully you could rise to the challenge. Well, let's choose one. Bandcamp, Disneyland, Alcatraz, my girlfriend's house, Disneyland. And Evil Twin, beloved karate sensei tragically slain, anime waifu, high school bully. Let's go with anime waifu. Type in an inanimate object that Nez would definitely fuck. I would definitely fuck my own PC. Wow, that was incredible gossip, Nez. My mood is now so much happier. I can't wait to tell this to everyone whose spirits need uplifting. Thank you for everything. You whisper your rumors seductively into a willing ear, and within moments it circled around the campfire and is now being whispered tantalizingly into yours.
Hello.
Hey, so you know Nez, right? I mean, how could anyone forget a weird name like Nez? But have you ever wondered what the name Nez means? Because there's a rumor that goes around explaining it, and it's pretty interesting. You see, in a forgotten language spoken only by ancient inhabitants of Disneyland, Nez actually means one who was his PC in a past life. Yeah, that does not make sense. Apparently, Nez's parents didn't actually know that though. They just named him after his father's anime waifu. But hey, if you believe in the ancient wisdom of the people of Disneyland, then maybe Nez was his PC in his past life. No, that would be a paradox.
Life is full
Wouldn't
of
that be
surprises.
cool? Either way, knowing the true meaning of Nez gives me an entirely new perspective of him. It sure does, and in this perspective, Nez gained 2 fun. At least we got 2 fun out of that. Okay, what will it be then? Use our skills. Against your better judgment, you decide to visit one that weekend. Just in time! I just prepared a bunch of drinks. I have no idea what they could do. They could make you immortal or turn your blood into mayonnaise. You know, wizard in training, drink at your own risk. But if you made up your mind, get ready! And let's start! What do we have? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's go after this drink. Hopefully we could get it. Or we could go after this one. No! 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 Don't push me! Don't push me! Fuck you guys! Ah! Fuck it. Okay, reroll number 2. Let's go. What do we have? I see some drinks that we haven't gotten before. Come on, don't push us away, you smug little bastards! Don't push us away to any of these! Let us have it! Let us have it! There we go! There we go! And we have this thing! The bottle of Doom Perignon! I have no idea how to pronounce that! Don't you dare open it! Whoever drinks from it will be doomed! You don't, you keep it though, what could go wrong?
Let's do this.
Oh, we're not gonna drink it. Well, okay. Happy trails? We're just gonna keep it and see what sort of weird shenanigans we get into next. Why are we not drinking the fancy new booze that we got? If we're not gonna drink it, we need to go find someone who will. And I have a feeling we'll find them at the Haunted Manor. And so that day, you venture into the Haunted Manor to prove that you're not a little scaredy cat. The manor transforms itself into a winding maze from which there is no escape. You'll be trapped here forever! Luckily, you brought your phone and some snacks, so you sit down and play solitaire until the house gets bored and shows you the exit. It turns out the best defense against the supernatural is total apathy. You gain 2 boldness. Later on, you meet up with all your favorite campmates at the manor to play a classic game of Spin the Bottle of Doom Perignon. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Everybody's there. Damien, Joy, Aravi, and Hex, Calculester, Milo, Dolly, and of course, Cool Josh.
Brad.
Tell us again how you did a kickflip off a Velociraptor while solving income inequality, Cool Josh!
Everyone here already knows that story, says Cool Josh very radly. My rap anthem about it topped the charts for months. I'm in the mood to do something even cooler. Let's drink this bottle of Doom, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to do that because I love Doom! But I, don't want to drink it without the proper cheese pairing.
Ugh.
Pass. You know that stuff's made with ram's blood, right? Totally not vegan. I'll drink it, I'll drink all of it! Just as soon as I level up and gain Doom resistance. I'm sure Hex will drink it though, they'll drink anything. Nah, that bottle of Doom Periwinkle's my uncle, I couldn't do that to him. I'll try it. Wait, it's from 2020, that's a horrible vintage, no thank you.
I drink it, but I'm on a workout regimen that forbids alcohol after 6 p.m. and Doom after 7 p.m. Too many carbs.
Personally, I do not see what all the fuss is about. Doom is clearly a made-up concept, and I see no problem in drinking it, other than I do not have a mouth. Well, says Cool Josh with his trademark swagger, guess that leaves me. A little Doom never hurt anybody, right? Cool Josh pops open the bottle and chugs it down. Suddenly, he stops, gasps, and falls over. Just kidding, he says, opening his eyes. Man, the look in your guys is... And just then, lightning strikes. The lights go out, but when they come back on...
No! Cool Josh is dead! What the fuck, Jerry? Why did you have to stab our coolest friend?
Wait, what? Jerry? When did Jerry get here? Also, hello there, Jerry.
Whoa, what me? I was just on my way here to warn you guys to not drink that bottle of Doom Pantyhose. It's dangerous.
Always the
Is that why you're standing over a stabbed-to-death friend, holding a bloody stabbing knife?
I'm always holding a bloody stabbing knife. It's my brand.
You know, that is true. I've always been kind of jealous of that, but I'm pretty sure you did it.
Oh wow, blame the murderer. Real original, guys. I'm pretty sure everyone in this room has murdered at least one person.
There's an uncomfortable silence as everyone realizes he's probably right.
You know what? No, fuck this. I'm not gonna stand here and be blamed for this. I'm gonna help Nez solve this thing properly.
What? Why Nez? He's an idiot!
This is for cool.
An idiot with principles. Now come on, Nez, the murderer's gotta be in this room. But who would have had the motive to silence Cool Josh?
Well, Cool Josh's last tweet said, "Just discovered a secret about Calculaster that could change everything. Will reveal after drinking this Doom Peter Pan. Hashtag a secret to die for." Or Arabi keeps a murder diary. That seems like a pretty good place to start. Whoa there, Arabi! You have a murder diary?
Is that so, Arabi? Do you keep a notebook of your murders? Maybe? Oh my god, me too! Do you write it on skin or just regular paper?
My goddess.
This is seriously the guy we're letting investigate the murder, huh? Whoa, 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 I just found the journal and listen to this! I, by which I mean Arabi Mishra, love murdering!
I knew it was you!
That's my diary.
Hex, what have I told you about reading my diary? Can't remember, too busy reading your diary. But I have a softer side as well, a side I'm afraid to let other people see.
Enough of this.
This is ridiculous. We're not going to learn anything from this diary. Let's stop violating Arabi's privacy and move on. Which is why when Cool Josh found out about it and said he was going to tell everyone, I resolved to murder him. What? Come on, I was obviously speaking metaphorically. Is what I'll say when anyone finds this diary and tries to use it as proof that I murdered him. No one will suspect a thing. Look, okay, maybe I wrote that, and maybe I meant it, but that doesn't mean I killed him. I've probably written detailed murder plans for all of you. That does not make you any less suspicious, you realize that, right? I mean, in Arabi's defense, she's only actually murdered like half the people she mentions in the book.
Shut up.
Honestly, Hex, whose side are you on here? Whichever side creates the most drama.
Well played.
Oh, that'll be drama, alright. But I can't bear to bring a fellow murderer down without more evidence. Come on, Nez, let's leave these losers and go continue our investigation.
Wow, you're really doing this, huh? Well, being a detective really does have a certain sex appeal. You confiscate Arabi's murder diary for evidence and gain 2 creativity and 1 smarts. Okay then, who did murder Cool Josh? There is a mystery afoot. There were at least 6 people in the room that might have killed Cool Josh. Detective Nez and murderer Jerry are on the case. But first, where do we go? Let's go to the lake. That day, you go diving to see what's at the bottom of the lake. You find a comic book. You pick it up, but it's so interesting you stay there reading it. This is bad since you can't hold your breath indefinitely. You rush to the surface, but before getting there, you drown a little and some lake water gets into your mouth. You swallow some weird stuff that was in the lake water, like a whole jellyfish, and too fun? What was that doing down there? You suddenly realize you shouldn't be wasting time on dumb bullshit like that. Cool Josh is dead, you need to go solve his murder. You head down to the coroner's office along with your 6 closest friends and Jerry like some awful immoral parody of the Scooby-Doo gang. Can
Seriously?
someone remind me why we're letting this confirmed murderer help us investigate the death of our good friend Cool Josh?
This is for
Hey, Cool Josh was my friend too, okay? He once called my mask totally bitchin' and then he did finger guns. Plus, I'm banned from murdering anyone until I can prove this one wasn't me. You understand?
Let's do this, Dave.
Oh man, been there. Okay, let's solve this damn thing.
The coroner is super cooperative, probably because you're a group of terrifying young adults with murder powers. He tells you a lot of boring blood stuff and then he drops the bombshell.
This isn't possible.
What? The only thing in his stomach was a gold-plated fugu fillet? My opulent stat isn't even high enough to look at that dish. I always knew our cool friend appreciated the finer things in life, but this, why there's only one restaurant in the country that even serves that dish? The restaurant in question is called $$$$$, and is located in a diamond-encrusted helicopter permanently circling Kanye West. Let's go there at once and investigate! I just made us a reservation! The staff of $$ are even more cooperative than the coroner. Probably because they've never seen 8 people crash into their helicopter on a giant falcon before. Yeah, says Metro D, I saw Cool Josh here last night. I'll never forget how he skateboarded into this helicopter from another even cooler helicopter. He ordered one of everything on the menu, and when we asked him to pay, he said we should give it to him on credit because he was about to be very rich. He said that pretty soon he'd have the kind of money people would kill over. We believed him because he was so cool. I mean, he did finger guns.
Very interesting. It seems someone might have had the financial incentive to murder him. We've got to figure out where Cool Josh was planning to get all that money.
I've got no idea. I'm good at doing murders, not solving them. But Nez has done a pretty good job so far. What do you think?
Well, high stakes horse betting, it's always high stakes horse betting. Or it can only be one thing. The last will and testament of an eccentric billionaire.
Billionaire's will? Come on, is this a Nancy Drew novel? And if it is, do I get a cool mid-century outfit? I want a cool outfit!
You're already wearing a cool outfit. Damon's right. This murder is already plenty complicated without inventing some secret will. Don't get me wrong, wills are incredibly untapped source of quest loot, but I don't see how they're relevant here. Yeah, it's not like Cool Josh befriended the eccentric billionaire whose rightful heirs took gruesome revenge or anything, right? I have a confession to make. Many years ago, I was contracted to collect the soul of a certain Walter, Wisconsin.
Not Walter, Wisconsin, the inventor of Wisconsin?
The very same. He lived a long life and it was time for him to go. But when I arrived at his mansion, he challenged me to a game of chess. If he won, I would let him live. Ah, yes, I have heard of this custom. An immortal may challenge death to a game of one's choosing, in a bid to extend their lifespan. What? No, that's ridiculous. Death is inevitable, but I let him try anyway because he was rich and sort of cute. Well, he beat me. Turns out Walt was a chess master in his day. We had so much fun playing, I let him live so we could play more. Over the years, we came to cherish our weekly games. He was childless, a lifelong bachelor, and he told me he considered me the closest thing to family he's had since his parents passed. I told him I was sorry for taking his parents' souls. I wasn't, obviously, but it's sort of the thing one says. Anyway, long story short, he wrote me into his will. I didn't want the money per se, but I've always wanted social license to wear smoking jackets all day, so I let him do it. But a few days ago, when I came over for our weekly chess match, he seemed uneasy. He told me I was out of the will, that he found someone else he felt closer to. It seems that Cool Josh had been outside his mansion doing some of his signature skateboard tricks, when the board flew out of control and shattered old Walter's window. Mr. Wisconsin was so moved by the sweetness of Cool Josh's tricks, he rewrote his will and left him everything.
Stabby, stabby.
And that's why you murdered him! Murdered him? And make more work for myself? I would never! I loved Walter, and of course I was looking forward to taking literally all of his money when he died. But I don't begrudge Cool Josh those riches either. His skateboard tricks truly were the sweetest. Oh god, why did he have to be taken from us so soon? No one has ever seen Milo so moved. Were they truly that attached to Cool Josh? Or is this a clever ruse? You get yourself a copy of Walter Wisconsin's will just to be safe. I hope you've been paying attention to what was said here. It might just help you solve the mystery. You gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. 1 fun, no 1 boldness. Well, the plot thickens. We have 2 suspects now. 3 if you count Jerry. But Jerry's our friend though, he's helping us out. He can't be lying to us, can he? Let's sit down with Damien and Dahlia. You're roasting us more harder than you were roasted that time you wore neon crocs to school. When you hear what sounds like intense negotiations, you go investigate because you're a nosy bitch.
Fine, only 1 week. I'll give you a portion of the 8th circle if you do my laundry for this week. Do I get the dukedom on it? Only if you fold afterwards. And if I don't fold? Land, but no dukedom.
What if I con Mary fold so that the clothes can be more easily stored in the tight camp space?
Piece of hell, dukedom, and the crown.
Big crown or little crown?
Little crown. Tiara. Circlet.
Aw, these are actually some pretty cute and for once non-threatening negotiations. But you bet you can help one of them get a sweeter deal. Well, Dahlia's the Mary Queen. She'll even separate your colors and whites. That's worth 2.5 dukedoms minimum and make the crown a tiara. Or the ancient dukedom of Drogadar produces the spiciest wine in hell. It's worth 1 load of Damon's laundry and the bag of barbecue chips. Easy. Hell, 300 years in the future, a world-weary traveler escapes a cold winter's night by ducking into an otherwise empty tavern. The wise, gruff but friendly barkeep pours the traveler a mug of ale. The traveler says he's en route to the dukedom of Drodagar.
My
How
hometown.
funny, my hometown. You know, once upon a time, Drogar was known exclusively for making the most delicious wine known to anyone in hell. A wine so spicy it would inflame the tongues of the gods themselves.
Glory to
But
Dahlia the
Drogar's legacy was
Strong.
changed forever when Dahlia the Strong came to acquire it by an epic feat of cleansing, the details of which have been lost to history. Yet as epic as the cleansing was, it was not enough for the fearsome former ruler.
A unity of
She also had to
potato
procure the most
crisps
delicious
and
dish hell had ever seen. A unity of potato chips and spices that somehow called to mind the most charred of meats.
Dukedom of
An insane
Drodgar.
demand, but
The
Drodgar's
finest
spicy
cuisine
wine
and
was
the
tempting to
spiciest
resist.
wine.
The ruler had no choice but to agree. And Drodgar is now known for its wine and haughty cuisine.
My mother's
I
old
still know my mother's old recipe for thinly sliced and meatily spiced potatoes. Would you like to sample it?
The traveler gratefully accepts and the bartender begins to prepare the fabled meal. Meanwhile, back in the present,
Fine, fair is fair.
I'll get Coach to sign me out so I can grab some barbecue chips from the next town over.
A pro.
Nice, barbecue chips. Good thinking, Nez, you can totally have a few.
oh, why thank you.
Also, Drodgar's wine tastes like total ass juice anyway. I definitely got the better end of the deal.
You and Damon enjoy your victory as well as some delicious chips and clean laundry. What more could you ask for? Okay, time for drinks. We will take a gamble. You were waiting all week for this moment, visiting one and getting a good drink. Well, look what a cat dragged in. I have some drinks for you. It's up to you which one to drink. Let's see what's behind door number 1. We have the bargain. No idea if I got the recipe right. Want to try it? Otherwise, you have the mystery box. Let's go with the bargain. Not sure what that does. Yeah, no, totally. I was testing your common sense. And you passed. Your prize is the drink you chose. Okay. The bargain. Thanks to this weird potion I prepared, now you'll receive everything at a discount. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing, really. Discount. What does that mean?
Very fast.
Whatever. This is the part where I leave you before you puke all over me. Ciao. What does the bargain do? Even I am unsure of what the bargain does.
Can I take a minute?
What does it do? Anyway, week 3 morning. Where do we go? Let's go to the woods. While you're hiking through the woods, you find a little clearing with a beautiful blue pond. There's a very handsome man staring into the pond. He's talking to his reflection like it's another person. A person he really wants to fuck. You swipe his wallet while he's not looking and find out his name is Narcissus. He is not an organ donor, what an asshole. And he's one punch away from getting a free smart water from 7-Eleven. Well, he's definitely not going to use this anytime soon. You head to the gas station and gain 1.99 smarts for your smart water. Oh, so that's what the bargain does. Later though, you're busy making your bionicles smooch each other until Calculaster grabs you, Damien, and Dahlia and leads you deep into the woods.
Friends, thank you for responding to my behavior. I was trying my best to simulate severe distress. First off, greetings. I bestow my greetings.
Hey,
I have assembled you here because as you can see, there is a critical plant emergency in the forest. These plants are failing to pollinate. The situation is dire. There is a 99.98% likelihood that this will negatively affect the plant population in the woods. Are you saying what I think you're saying? Are we in the middle of a plant apocalypse? Dahlia, that is completely accurate. Also, I admire your word choice. Please, I need you three to help me save these botanical organisms.
plants are actually pretty fucking metal. Did you know there are plants that can eat a whole car if you dare them to? I'm down to help.
I am not certain that is accurate, but I am also excited that you have agreed to help me. I will also help. Hail Dahlia, save your plants! Oh, and before I forget, I just have one question. What is pollination and why does it even matter at all? Oh, that's an excellent question. Plant biology is one of my favorite internet search terms, so I'd be happy to give you an explanation. Simply put, pollination is the act of transferring pollen grains from the male anther of the flower to the female stigma.
Wait, is pollination the reason why trees smell like jizz in the spring? I was getting the weirdest boners from the smell last year.
Pollen travels from one flower to another via animals and insects. We call animals or insects that transfer pollen from plant to plant pollinators.
Damn, those pollinators just roll around one flower to another, getting all covered in those pollen grains, soaking everyone in that filthy, filthy pollen.
Eggplant.
Once pollen is transferred between flowers, The flower can produce a seed. Seeds contain the genetic information to produce a new plant.
Holy shit! Pollination gets plants pregnant? Are you telling me that pollination is just plant fucking?
I am mildly aroused by pollination! We should help these plants immediately!
Time to take that mild arousal to full-blown plant boner. Get these plants in the mood to pollinate, baby. Turn down the lights, play some smooth music, and install a TV that plays a B-movie. These plants will be wet with pollen in no time. Or foreplay is key. Let's watch the B-movie. Oh shit, we're not charming enough.
Yes, Nez, that's perfect. We need to create a sexually enticing atmosphere. I'll work on the jazz.
Me and Dolly will do the mood lighting. It can't be that hard to dim the lights in the forest, right?
That leaves you to handle the ultimate sexy mood setter, the TV that only plays a B-movie. Shockingly, the TV is surprisingly easy to set up in the forest. Somehow one of the nearby trees has a functional power outlet.
We tried our best to create a sexy atmosphere, but it does not seem to be working. Sadly, I have not observed a single plant begin the pollination process.
Yeah, honestly, these plants just seem bored by this shit. They don't care about bees or movies, what the fuck?
Maybe we just don't know what they're into. I mean, these are clearly young adult plants, and I'm technically middle-aged in dog years.
Dahlia's right, you're way too old and disconnected from plant culture to know what's hip anymore. You do some research using a strange tool called the internet. Apparently, plants are totally hooked on video games nowadays. They seem to be especially in love with a wacky dating sim called Prom. These video games seem to be the root of all these plants' problems. Get it? Also, fun fact, all narrators love puns. You share your findings with Cal.
Fascinating. Plants are so invested in these fictional plants, these plants don't even care about IRL pollination anymore. We obviously need to play Plant Prom and read every single Plant Prom fan theory. This counts as research.
Did you guys see the Plant Prom section on AO3? Fuck, this fanfiction is so detailed!
And before you know it, your friends are ass deep in this fandom and arguing about their favorite plant ships.
Damon, you ship Venus Flytrap with Lily and Rose? Blasphemy! Flyzalia is the only ship that makes sense for Flytrap.
Are you fucking kidding me? If you consider Flytrap's backstory a single second, no sane person would ever pair him with Azalea. Besides, my ship is literally canon.
You're both objectively incorrect. Stephanotis floribunda / common milkweed is OTP.
Well, you try to remind your friends that the whole point of this was to get the plants to pollinate, you know, to prevent the whole forest from dying out.
I'm sorry, Nez, but Plant Pirate 9002 just released the 900 chapter in his Lily Hydrangea AU slow burn. I don't have the processing power for this conversation.
It's too late. Your friends have forgotten the beauty of forging real plant-on-plant connections. They're clearly not interested in actual plants in the actual forest. Or in you. You're heartbroken. Yet another friend lost to the Plant Prom fandom. You lose your faith in meat space along with one smarts and one charm-ish, maybe. Okay, week 3 evening. Time to solve the murder mystery. Where do we go? We need to go back to where it all began, the Haunted Manor. You go into the Haunted Manor with the group only to be immediately split up once you get inside, as is customary. You quickly get lost and have no cell signal, but in a stroke of genius, you follow the signs to the Haunted Manor's Lost and Found, to wait for your friends to pick you up. You find all sorts of cool knickknacks while you wait. Some bloody gloves, a haunted iPod that only plays Thriller, a totally normal Furby that still manages to be the creepiest thing in there. At the bottom of the box, you even find 1.99 boldness. Yoink, who in their right mind would throw this away? But all that summer fun is like ashes in your mouth. Why did he put the fun in your mouth? As long as Cool Josh's murder remains unsolved. You meet up with your crew to plumb the darkest depths of the grim mystery. Jerry is also there.
You know, Nez, you've done a fine job of casting suspicion this way and that. I respect the shade. But there's one thing you've yet to investigate, and it's the first thing I would have checked, the champagne.
Well played.
That bottle of Doom Pee Pee Poo Poo could be the one thing that cracks this whole case wide open. Where'd you get it, Nez?
Duh, the only place they're responsible enough to sell alcohol to summer campers, One's Bar.
Ah yes, the Bar of One. My campaign to have machine-friendly beverages added to the menu has so far been unsuccessful. What are machine-friendly beverages? Oh, the usual. An empty glass with a barcode in it, the word beverage engraved in silicone, robot milk.
Cal continues to list robot beverages as you all make your way over to One's Bar. Your small magical Latino cat friend is there as always. What is up, my fellow party animals? What can I get you? Bucket of vodka, snake tranquilizers, bee cocktail.
It's murder time.
Tell us where you got that bottle of Doom Pina Colada or I'll murder you! That's why I'll do it and for no other reason!
Oh shit, did somebody actually drink that stuff? I told you not to drink it, it's not for drinking!
Yeah, our friend Cool Josh drank it and now he's dead. Dead by murder.
No, not Cool Josh! I loved him like an unbelievably cool brother! I'll tell you everything. I got the champagne from Joy! I saw her hiding it betwixt the roots of an old oak tree and I figured, hey, all's fair in love and stealing, right?
What?
Joy, so you knew about the doomed pumpkin slice all along? Why did you say anything? Is it because this was your plan all along? Answer me, murderess!
Okay, for the last time. It's super weird that we just keep letting Jerry call other people murderers. But yes, I did hide that bottle that one found. But I only had it because I took it from Damien. He brought it to camp from hell. But camp rules clearly prohibit the drinking of doom-related beverages. I was doing him a favor. Oh, that's against the rules? Huh. Anyway, I just remembered I have some evidence I need to destroy. Bye!
Fuck off.
Ugh, fine. Maybe I brought that stuff to camp because it reminded me of home. And I got a little homesick, okay? But that does not make me a murderer.
In this instance, but in every other instance where you actually killed someone, yes, Damien, you kind of are a murderer.
Are you trying to trick
But it doesn't make you not a murderer either. Or Joy. You're both still on the hook. All we need is a motive.
It's true, if Joy or Damien had a motive to kill Cool Josh, that bottle of Doom pizza sauce starts to look a little more suspicious. But what reason could they have? Well, Cool Josh was the last thing between Damien and the nickname Cool Damien. Or Cool Josh totally had a love affair with a cult member last season. Maybe it was a crime of passion. We all know you strive to be the coolest that you could be, and Cool Josh was just in your way. Oh, that's right. Damien was trying to get everyone to call him Cool Damien back at Spooky High. Until Cool Josh transferred into our class via the foreign exchange program from Radical Island. I too recall this. The school unanimously agreed that it would be foolish to call Damien Cool Damien, when there was obviously a cooler Josh in attendance.
Weak.
Is that why you killed him, Damien? Was your spicy red ego too fragile? Ha! I did kill Cool Josh, okay? Just because I'm a murder guy doesn't mean I did this murder specifically. But it's true that I was furious when Cool Josh stole my rightful nickname. Whenever I saw him, I seethed with rage and suppressed sexual attraction. But I couldn't bring myself to hate him. He was just too cool. Like that time he struck a pose so inspiring it cured Fred Goblin's polio.
I may or may
I was so
not
inspired
have
by Cool Josh I even lied and told my dads we were dating. Just so I could imagine how it would feel like to bask in the love of that big, big heart of his. And speaking of big heart, I heard Joy talking with the other Coven members not too long ago about stealing it.
Oh, I'm loving this drama!
Yeah, that's right. They said they needed it for a spell to stop global warming, or some dumb shit like they're always doing. If anyone wanted Cool Josh dead, it was Joy!
Seriously?
Oh wow, okay, a coven of witches is talking, just talking, about using somebody's heart for a spell that automatically makes us murderers? I mean, maybe? For your information, we did discuss Cool Josh's heart for that spell. It calls for the biggest heart in the land, after all.
Not suited
But
for
I agreed
TV.
against it. I won't allow the coven to sacrifice even one innocent life to achieve our aims, because I am a hero and not a murderer. But you are also a cheater.
Says the person who's been calling me a murderer this whole time.
You are a murderer. Ugh, these rumors don't prove anything. Come back when you've got some real evidence, creep. Oh, you definitely will. This isn't over. In the meantime, you collect a copy of Joy's Big Heart Climate Change spell and file it away for later. You gain 1.99 smarts and 0.99 creativity. We got a lot of clues, but we still don't know who killed Cool Josh. Maybe it was Jerry. Jerry!
Summer me
Did you do it?
funnier and bolder.
Damien, Joy, Dahlia, Milo, Aravi, Catalyster? No, it was none of them!
What? None of them? Impossible! Then who?
You point your finger at Jerry! Ah, yes, of course.
What? Okay. I killed Cool Josh. You caught me.
You ask what sort of deep backstory connection he had to Cool Josh to explain his motives for murder?
Nah, nothing. I'm just a serial killer. That's my whole shtick. I just thought killing Cool Josh would be fun. Also, I kind of wanted to get close to you. And as a murderer, I don't know many ways of getting close to someone other than, murder.
That's horrible, yet kind of flattering.
Besides, wasn't it fun how Cool Josh's murder pushed all your friends to reveal all those secrets? It was, as the teens say, very long. So, do you want to hang?
I mean, don't most of your friends murder, slay, and kill lots of people half the time? Are we suddenly drawing the line at murdering Cool Josh? No way!
Let's remember.
You and Jerry have a lot of fun during the last few days of summer. You brainstorm original themes for the next murders, buy knives and machetes online, and play lots of Scrabble. Apparently, Jerry loves Scrabble. What a lovable dork. This murderer sure took a stab at your heart, didn't he? Heyo, there we go. We got to date Jerry. It was Jerry all along. Why did we not see it coming? It was so obvious from the beginning. Anyway. And before we knew it, those weeks were gone. It felt like a hot minute and it felt like an entire lifetime. That night, as we saw summer coming to an end, we all wondered what would come next for us. It felt like the end of something big. Little did we know, life still had many wonders and misadventures in store for us. Now I'm older and I can see it, how those years became the foundation of the mythology of our lives. Broken hearts turned tragedies, sung for centuries, wild nights became epics treasured forever. Every kiss and every laugh is now a constellation we'll always find while gazing into the starry night, no matter how many years go by. Even today, I can still close my eyes and I'm there. On that last summer night. Feeling like I was just starting to live life. With all my friends around that campfire. So young and unafraid. And so ready to start. And that was Jerry's secret ending. If you friendos enjoyed this run of Monster Camp, leave your comments down below, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to always stay up to date with our videos. Until our next episode, my name is Nez and thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye, friendos!